Module 4. Technical SEO. Indexation and crawling. Welcome to Module 4, where we'll dive into technical SEO, the backbone of your website's performance in search engines. In this lesson, we're going to focus on two critical processes: indexation and crawling. These are the steps that allow search engines to discover, understand, and rank your content. Let's break it down. Crawling. This is when search engine bots, also known as spiders or crawlers, scan your website to discover its content. They follow links from one page to another, gathering information about your site. Indexation. Once the bots have crawled your site, they add the pages they've found to their database, or index. Only indexed pages can appear in search results. To ensure your site is properly crawled and indexed, you need to use tools like robots, TXT, sitemap XML, and Google Search Console. Let's explore each of these in detail. Robots.txt file. The first tool we'll discuss is the robots.txt file. This is a simple text file located in the root directory of your website that tells search engine bots which pages or sections of your site they should or shouldn't crawl. Here's how it works: allowing or blocking crawlers. You can use the robots.txt file to block certain pages from being crawled. For example, if you don't want search engines to index your admin or staging pages, you can add rules like avoiding overblocking. Be careful not to block important pages by mistake. If you block a page in robots.txt, search engines won't be able to index it, which could hurt your rankings. Not a security tool. Remember, robots.txt is not a security measure. It only provides guidelines for bots. It doesn't prevent users from accessing blocked pages directly. While the robots.txt file is powerful, it's just one piece of the puzzle. Let's move on to another essential tool, the sitemap XML. Sitemap XML. Next up is the sitemap XML, a file that lists all the important pages on your website and helps search engines find and index them more efficiently. Think of it as a roadmap for search engine bots. Here's what makes a sitemap. XML so valuable, listing pages. It includes URLs for all your key pages, such as blog posts, product pages, and category pages. Example. Improving indexation. By submitting your sitemap to search engines, you ensure that even sections, pages with fewer internal links, like new blog posts, get discovered and indexed quickly. Dynamic sites. If your site has thousands of pages, like an e-commerce store, a sitemap is especially important because it helps bots navigate complex structures. Most CMS platforms, like WordPress, automatically generate sitemaps for you. If not, you can create one manually, or use tools like Yoast SEO or Screaming Frog to generate it. Google Search Console. Finally, let's talk about Google Search Console, GSC. One of the most powerful tools for monitoring and improving your site's technical SEO. GSC provides insights into how Google views your site and helps you identify and fix issues. Here's how you can use it effectively. Coverage report. This shows which pages have been indexed, which ones have errors, and which are excluded. If there's a problem, like a page being blocked by robots.txt, you'll see it here. Submitting your sitemap. After creating your XML sitemap, submit it through GSC to ensure Google knows about all your important pages. Simply go to the Sitemaps section and paste the sitemap URL inspection tool. Use this feature to check how Google sees a specific page. It shows whether the page is indexed, any crawling issues, and even allows you to request indexing for new or updated content. Mobile Usability Report. This report highlights mobile-specific issues, such as small font sizes or touch elements that are too close together. Fixing these problems improves both user experience and rankings. Performance Report. This report tracks clicks, impressions, Click-through rates, CTR, and average position for your keywords. Use it to identify opportunities for improvement and track your progress over time. Google Search Console is free, easy to set up, and packed with features that make technical SEO much simpler. I highly recommend integrating it into your workflow. To recap, here's what we've covered. Proper indexation and crawling are essential for getting your pages ranked. Use the robots.txt file to guide bots, the sitemap XML to highlight your most important pages, and Google Search Console to monitor and optimize your site's performance. These tools work together to ensure that search engines can easily find, understand, and rank your content. Security and HTTPS. SSL certificate and its importance for SEO. In this lesson, we're going to talk about security, specifically the role of HTTPS in SEO. If you've ever noticed a little padlock icon in your browser's address bar, that's a sign that the website is using HTTPS, which stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Here's why HTTPS is so important. Data encryption. HTTPS encrypts the data exchanged between a user's browser and your website. This protects sensitive information like passwords, credit card details, and personal data from hackers. Trust and credibility. Users are more likely to trust and stay on a site that's secure. Seeing the padlock icon reassures them that their connection is safe. SEO ranking factor. Google has confirmed that HTTPS is a ranking signal. While it's not the most significant factor, having a secure site gives you a slight edge over competitors who don't use HTTPS. Browser warnings. Modern browsers like Chrome and Firefox flag non-secure sites, HTTP, as not secure, which can scare users away and increase bounce rates. To enable HTTPS, you need an SSL certificate, a digital certificate that authenticates your site's identity and enables encryption. Most hosting providers offer free SSL certificates through services like Let's Encrypt, or you can purchase one for additional features. In short, switching to HTTPS isn't just about security. It's also about improving user experience and boosting your SEO performance. Canonicalization, avoiding duplicate content. Now let's move on to another critical topic in technical SEO, canonicalization. One common issue websites face is duplicate content, when the same or very similar content appears on multiple URLs. Duplicate content can happen for several reasons. URL variations. For example, www.example.com. Product and example.com dated product might display the same page but have different URLs. Session IDs or parameters. E-commerce sites often add tracking parameters to URLs, creating duplicates like example.com product. Color blue and example.com product sized large. Print. Friendly versions. Some sites create separate print-friendly versions of pages, which can be indexed as duplicates. Search engines don't like duplicate content because it makes it harder for them to decide which version to rank. This can dilute your SEO efforts and hurt your rankings. Using canonical tags. To solve the problem of duplicate content, we use canonical tags. A canonical tag tells search engines which version of a page is the main or preferred one. It looks like this in your HTML code. Here's how canonical tags work and why they're important. Consolidating signals. When multiple pages have similar content, the canonical tag consolidates ranking signals, like backlinks, to the preferred URL. This helps strengthen its authority. Avoiding penalties. Without a canonical tag, search engines might think you're trying to manipulate rankings by duplicating content, which could lead to penalties. Improving crawl efficiency by guiding bots to the correct page. Canonical tags ensure that search engines spend their crawl budget wisely instead of wasting time on duplicates. Let's look at an example. Imagine you run an e-commerce store and the same product is available in different colors. Instead of letting search engines index separate URLs for each color variation, you can set a canonical tag pointing to the main product page. This ensures all ranking power goes to the primary URL. Best practices for using canonical tags, self-referencing canonicals. Even if there's no duplicate content, it's good practice to add a canonical tag to every page pointing to itself. Absolute URLs. Always use full URLs instead of relative paths. Avoid chaining. Don't point one canonical URL to another canonical URL. This creates confusion for search engines. By implementing canonical tags correctly, you'll prevent duplicate content issues and ensure your SEO efforts are focused on the right pages. To recap, here's what we've covered. Switching to HTTPS improves both security and SEO, thanks to better user trust and Google's preference for secure sites. To avoid duplicate content, use canonical tags to tell search engines which version of a page should be prioritized. Canonicalization not only prevents penalties, but also helps consolidate ranking signals and improve crawl efficiency. These technical optimizations may seem small, but they play a big role in ensuring your site performs well in search results. Schema. Markup is structuring data to improve snippets. In this lesson, we're going to talk about schema markup, a powerful tool that helps you structure your data in a way that makes it easier for search engines to understand and display your content. When implemented correctly, schema markup can enhance how your pages appear in search results by creating what's called rich snippets. These are visually appealing and informative previews that stand out from standard listings. Here's why. Schema markup is so valuable. Improved click-through rates, CTR. Rich snippets often include additional details like star ratings, images, or pricing information, which make your listing more attractive to users. Better understanding by search engines. By adding structured data to your site, you help Google and other search engines interpret your content more accurately. This increases the chances of your page being shown for relevant queries. Enhanced. User experience. Rich snippets provide users with quick answers or key details directly in the search results, improving their overall experience. For example, if you run a recipe blog, using schema markup can display cooking times, calorie counts, or user ratings right in the search results. This not only grabs attention, but also builds trust before users even visit your site. Most commonly used types of schema. There are hundreds of types of schema markup available. But let's focus on the most commonly used ones that can have the biggest impact on your SEO. Article schema. Ideal for blogs, news articles, and written content. It helps search engines identify the headline, author, publication date, and main image of your article. Example. If you write a blog post about top 10 travel destinations, article schema ensures Google understands it's an editorial piece and may feature it in news-related searches. Product schema. Essential for e-commerce sites, this type allows you to highlight product details like price, availability, and reviews. Example. A product page for running shoes could show its price, 19 stock status, in stock, and average rating, 4.5 stars, directly in the search results. Review raw rating schema. Perfect for businesses or products that rely on customer feedback. Adding review schema displays star ratings in search results, which significantly boosts visibility and credibility. Example, a local restaurant could showcase its 4.7 star rating, encouraging more clicks and visits. FAQ schema. If your page includes frequently asked questions, FAQ schema can create an expandable list of questions and answers directly in the search results. This is great for driving traffic to support or informational pages. Example, a software company might use FAQ schema to answer common queries about its tools, making it easier for users to find solutions without leaving the SERP. Event schema. Useful for promoting concerts, webinars, conferences, or any time-sensitive activities. Event schema displays key details like date, location, and ticket availability. Example, a music festival page could show upcoming dates and venues, attracting users who are actively looking for events. Local business schema. Critical for brick-and-mortar stores or service-based businesses. It provides essential information like address, phone number, operating hours, and even maps. Example: a coffee shop could display its location and opening hours, helping nearby customers find it easily. These are just a few examples, but there's a schema type for almost every kind of content, from recipes and videos to job postings and courses. How to implement schema markup. Now that you know the most common types of schema, let's briefly cover how to implement it. The easiest and most recommended method is using JSON-LD, JavaScript object notation for linked data. Here's an example of what it looks like. Here's what's happening in this code. Add context. Specifies that the data follows schema.org standards. Add type. Defines the type of content. In this case, a product. Additional fields like name, image, price, and rating value provide detailed information about the item. You can generate schema markup using tools like Google's Structured Data Markup Helper, or plugins like Yoast SEO if you're using WordPress. Once added, test your implementation with the Rich Results Test tool to ensure everything works correctly. To recap, here's what we've covered. Schema markup structures your data to improve how your content appears in search results through rich snippets. We explored the most commonly used types, including article, product, review, FAQ, event, and local business schema. Finally, we discussed how to implement schema using JSON-LD and test it with tools like the Rich Results Test. By leveraging schema markup, you'll make your listings more engaging, informative, and likely to attract clicks. Keep up the great work. You're mastering technical SEO.